From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Why are you a conspiracy theorist? And I said, why isn't everybody a goddamn conspiracy theorist?
This is the real research. Literally have an alien base, and they are literally communicating.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Have you personally had any experience with interdimensional beings?
What we're thinking of as aliens, they have infiltrated a lot of aspects of military intelligence. And they are not what they claim to be.
We leave you much that is undone.
That's one small step for man.
There are great ideas undiscovered.
Visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars.
Remove one of truth's protective layers.
There's a monolith.
They want the major population centers wiped out.
Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
One diaphragm for mankind.
Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
Those challenges are yours.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
There are places to go beyond belief. Beyond belief.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. We don't take days off because reptilians don't take days off.
They don't.
And we definitely didn't. Ever.
We didn't take a day off.
Nope.
We worked his fucking bollocks off.
Every single fucking day.
Yeah, I should have 3 testicles. I feel like I need 3 testicles right now, Lee.
Just in case you work one of them off, one of them loose.
Yeah. Yeah, another testicle would come in handy.
Just
I'm
bench
sure there's
one.
plenty of animals with 3 testicles. I've never looked into it, but I'm sure there is. Are you doing the Jamie right now?
Any
Animal with 3 testicles. There's probably an animal with fucking 10.
3 or more
Testicles. Come on, Lee. Don't leave me
yes,
hanging.
there are. Awesome.
You missed my joke there. Don't leave me hanging.
I didn't hear it. I was too busy learning. Yes, there are animals with more than 2 testicles. The condition is called polyorchidism. Orchidism.
This is fun.
The condition is rare in both humans and animals. You could have 3 balls.
Oh, so there's nothing naturally born with 3 balls. Just
In
like
most-
if you're like a freak of nature.
Yeah. In most cases, it involves 3 testicles. Triochildism. That was Michael Jackson's big problem, wasn't it?
What?
You triochild. Well, it's more commonly found in humans. There have been reports for happening in horses, dogs, and cats. Yeah, there you go. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Well, how are you feeling anyway today? You feeling good? You feeling healthy? No ailments, nothing?
I feel pretty good. I've definitely, as people, we might as well give this a quick plug. People might have noticed if they were on Patreon that there is 2 episodes of an upcoming Daily Conspiracy podcast project called Bite-Sized Conspiracies, which are smaller, more focused episodes, like 10, max 15 minutes long.
Not one dick in it.
Not one dick. Like my son listens to them. I put him in the bath before. I turned around and said, "Daddy, can I listen to your podcast without the swears?" And so that's something. That's something that we're doing.
You've done 3.
I've done 3. I've released 2. I think the plan is that we're going to put them out 2 a month. Patreon will get these episodes about a month early.
So there you go. There's 2 up now. We've got Skinny Bob and
the Adam and Eve story.
There you
Which
go.
the Adam and Eve story, not as in like the birth of humanity, the Adam and Eve story as in the global cataclysm book.
Which I wasn't aware of until I listened to that.
No, it was as soon as we had the ideas, because I did the Skinny Bob one as like a proof of concept to send to you, and then as soon as I did that, I thought I could do another one of those, and I've wanted to do like the Adam and Eve story thing for a while, like as a thing, and yeah, I was really happy with how that one turned out. So I've got the ones on Patreon right now are Skinny Bob, Adam and Eve story, the one I have in the bank, which will come out next month for patrons, the following month later on. We haven't quite worked out how we're going to distribute these yet. We're still ironing that out. I've already recorded one on simulation theory, and I've got a fair idea of what I'm going to do the next one on, but I'm not going to say anything in case I change my mind or something more interesting pops up.
So there you go, people. $5.99 a month, and it is $5.99 a month. If it's any more, it's because you're paying for your phone. Do it through a web browser, and that you will get hold of those. And also, I think the week they release, we may hit that conspiracy on the show as well, which will be. So you'll have already had the 10-minute kind of preview to it.
A primer, fluffer, if you will.
A lube. Conspiracy lube. That was a weird
heard
noise.
that, Ollie.
Yeah, that was my nose.
Sounded like you shit yourself, I'm honest.
My nose shit itself, yeah. Anyway, speaking of shitting myself,
I feel like I should have snacks, because I don't know what we're going to do on this podcast.
Well, this is it. This is it. I said, Lee, do you want me to? Shall I play the clips now and tell you about it? I've only just told you that we're talking about the new cancer vaccine, and we're going to lead into maybe zombie theory here. But that's all I've told Lee. Nothing else. This is fresh to Lee's eyes. So, first of all, this hit my news article today. Russia is running a vaccine for cancer. So, here we go. Buckle the fuck up, people.
Well, Russia is gearing up to treat cancer patients with what could become one of the world's first personalized mRNA cancer vaccines, a treatment tailored to each patient's unique tumor. The announcement marks a key moment in what's shaping up to be a global race to beat cancer using next-gen technology. According to Russian news outlets, Russia's first patients could begin receiving the newly developed cancer vaccine within the next few months. The breakthrough drug is a personalized AI-assisted mRNA-based vaccine that has been designed to target malignant tumors using the patient's own genetic data. Russia's Gamaleya Center is responsible for making the vaccine, while patient trials will be conducted by the partnering clinics. Alexander Ginsberg, the director of the Gamaleya Research Institute, said that the experimental phase of administering the treatment will start in the coming months.
So I'm going to pause that there. So that's the news article from today that came out from, I think it's an Indian channel recording on Russia. Now, a year ago, we talked about it in the UK, and I found this today. So this was on GB News. Lee, I'm fucking blown away by this, and you'll see what I mean in a minute.
Is this as big as it sounds?
I think it potentially is. I mean, it's very early days. So basically, they've discovered that if they use the same technology that they use for COVID, and they use some mRNA, which is a messenger part of DNA, they take your particular cancer, they biopsy it, they take some of the protein on your cancer, and they put it back into your cells, and they tell your cells to make that protein. The idea is that your body then makes antibodies against it. It gets the memory cells, the T cells, the ones we heard about lots in COVID. And so then, after you've been treated for your cancer, if any of those cells are still floating around, or if any of them start to come back and multiply, your own immune system will recognise them from that vaccine and kill it. Now, melanoma is a hideous cancer, and if you get recurrence from any cancer, really, but especially from melanoma, you're going to die. You know, it's going to kill you. It's not nice. So to have something that might stop that happening, I think is game-changing. I think it will change the way that we develop many, many cancer treatments. It's very early days. We're years away from seeing this in practice. They've not even recruited patients yet onto the trial. But in mice, it stopped the cancer recurring in 50% of cases. Now, 50% is better than 0% or 1%. So, you know, I think that's really, really encouraging. I think there are a couple of things that we're going to need to know as time goes forward. I want to know that the mRNA technology is completely safe. And I think that we need some more long-term data, which will obviously come with these studies, to know that interfering with the DNA and RNA in our cells is...
Yes, my man.
Why does the newsreader look like Netflix have remade The Ring?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Check out the YouTube channel Daily Conspiracy Podcast to see what Lee's talking about.
It's actually potential.
But we did it with COVID.
We did, and there are oncologists now calling for it to be stopped, the mRNA technology. So there is still debate around that, and I think it's good. We need debate, but we need open debate where we really can look. The other thing is going to be cost, Nana. So we're looking with this particular vaccine at £400,000 per patient.
But surely the...
So let me pause there. And
hang on.
Good. Yeah.
Right. I am...
Legend.
Yeah, so apart from that, and this all very much looks like the clip from Iron Legend, doesn't it? Do you remember the new clip where they were talking about the vaccine?
Well, Lee, just before, hold that thought, unless you need to get this thought out.
I need to get this thought out right now.
What's that noise?
Don't know. It's your end, buddy.
It's a train. It's okay.
So she's saying it's going to cost 400 grand. Yeah,
something
for
like that.
For one of these cancer vaccines. Yeah. How come we were chucking the COVID vaccine out like it was fucking sweets?
Because COVID killed you. Cancer doesn't.
Do you know what I mean? Like the COVID vaccine wasn't sort of prohibitively expensive. In fact, you could kind of argue we fucking crashed the global economy almost, like fucking shutting everything down and trying to fucking spend billions on it. I don't understand. I need to see her working out. I need to see why that is more expensive than the COVID vaccine was.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. It's ridiculous.
I mean, to that, I understand there's some extra expense in the fact that you're making it bespoke. So you are doing a biopsy. You're taking a part of that cancer. So you're essentially getting a tailored gene therapy.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. It's a lot. Anyway, I'm going to play the clip from Iron Legend now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
The world of medicine has seen its share of miracle cures, from the polio vaccine to heart transplants, but all past achievements may pale in comparison to the work of Dr. Alice Crippen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Lee, did you remember her spotty top?
I do remember the spotty top.
Morning.
What's it all?
So, Dr. Crippen, give it to me in a nutshell.
Well, the premise is quite simple. Take something designed by nature and reprogram it to make it work for the body rather than against it.
You're talking about a virus?
Indeed, yes. In this case, the measles virus, which has been engineered at a genetic level to be helpful rather than harmful.
So, COVID, this one's measles. She's got a spotty top. She's a middle-aged woman. She's got dangly ears, quite attractive. Blonde. The news presenter is a black lady with
she's a person of colour,
straight hair.
She's a person of colour.
Okay, person of colour.
You fucking ignorant asshole.
Here we go. Let's keep playing this.
And I find the best way to describe it is if you can imagine your body as a highway and you picture the virus as a very fast car being driven by a very bad man, imagine the damage that car could cause. But then if you replace that man with a cop, the picture changes, and that's essentially what we've done.
How many people have you treated so far?
Well, we've had 10,009 clinical trials in humans so far.
And how many are cancer-free?
10,009.
So you have actually cured cancer?
Yes, yes. Yes, we have.
So...
It's not ideal, that, Ollie. That's really not ideal.
It's not ideal. Also, just for if you are watching this, so I will explain to the audience what you're seeing here. So this is
speaking to your microphone more, Ollie.
Sorry, mate. So there you go. So I'm going to bring this up on screen now. There is just coincidences to this video. No, I'm not the only one that's found this.
Right, okay.
I spotted this, then I typed in to see if anybody else had spotted it, and I didn't realise she had the spotted dress on until I saw this. I'm like, holy fuck. She's got the same dress on.
I mean, to be fair, that's a jacket.
It is a jacket, but it's a fucking blue spotty.
I know, yeah, I know. The likeness is fucking undeniable.
I mean, calling me a conspiracy theorist,
yeah, I mean, because obviously, I clocked that thing because I said, "Oh, this reminds me of that clip from I Am Legend," so it jumped to my head straight away.
Me too. Until I saw this.
Yeah, I didn't realize just how much.
British lady, middle-aged, quite attractive. Both have a blue spotted blouse on. Being interviewed by a lady of colour with extremely long, straight.
Even the camera cuts are cutting at the same sort of time as well. I mean,
it's weird.
It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but I don't like this, Ollie.
No, mate.
Do you know why I don't like it? Because those zombies could run.
Those zombies could fucking... They were athletes.
Yeah. I tell you what, anyone out there that hasn't read the book I Am Legend, fucking read the book. It's incredible. And they took the name I Am Legend and slapped it on a zombie film, and the book is so much more than a zombie film. Can I spoil it?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm never going to read it.
So Will Smith in I Am Legend is the fucking baddie. You just muted your microphone, you retard.
I didn't mean to do that. Is he?
Yeah, so it starts off like I Am Legend. So he's going around. The zombies in I Am Legend are vampires in the book. But like it's kind of alluded to in I Am Legend that they're vampires and not zombies, because they hide indoors, they only come at night and stuff. But like they're full on vampires, as in like hate garlic, all that sort of stuff. And he's a vampire hunter, so he goes out at night time and starts fucking and out in the daytime and fucking murders them before they get up. And you go through the film with them trying to attack him. They're trying to get into his like little house base and stuff. I think he lives in like a townhouse. I can't remember 100%. I read the book when the film came out, and you get so far in the book until they eventually get hold of him, and you go, oh, they're gonna murder him, but they don't, Ollie. They arrest him and they put him on trial, and it turns out the virus sweeps the world, everyone gets turned into a vampire, but the world moves on. And when he's locked away in his house, they're living normal lives with their kids and stuff like that.
But as vampires.
And they refer to him as the monster that they can't get to, because there's a monster that comes out of his house that comes out of his house in the daylight and breaks into their homes while they're sleeping and murders them in their sleep. It's fucking wild. It's such a good book.
I need to like read the audio, get the audio one because I ain't gonna be able to read it. But
no, it is. So like obviously, I think most people know that. Like most people that know about the I Am Legend book knows that it's completely different. But it's, even though I've just kind of spoiled it, it's still worth reading.
But back to that though, Lee. How wild are those? I've only seen this today. I listened to that Russian news article and thought, I wonder if they've done this in the UK, and lo and behold, that video came up, and then I just got to thinking. I thought, I Am Legend. This is so much like I Am Legend, and then I put in I Am Legend, and then I put in I can't say that fucking word, Lee. I Am Legend being similar to what's going on right now. I'm not going to say that word. And
I don't know what word you were trying to say.
Similarities. There you go. Got it out.
Kind of. I'll
And
give
that
you an 8
came
out of
up.
10.
Somebody made that video, and they've spotted it, and it's right. It's just like it. What are the chances that somebody makes a film and they put a news reader, a news presenter talking to somebody about the cure for cancer, who's British, and then in real life, the news reader is of colour with straight hair, talking to somebody who is British, white lady with blonde hair, dangly earrings, and also a spotted blue and white spotted polka dot blouse.
So, see, there was another
and
thing.
she was talking about measles. She was talking about COVID.
Yeah, there's another thing that gets me with this as well. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm with you. Like the similarities are unquestionable. What gets me with that interview, and she kind of like wetly like brushed it aside, going, "Oh, I know. There's some safety concerns about the vaccine might be killing thousands of people." But we just got to. It was kind of like, yeah, we just got to move past that and look at this, and like, if I cut my fucking leg off when I've got a cramp, it's gonna fucking solve the cramp, Ollie. But the problem is, I've cut my fucking leg off. So at this point, right? Okay, because this kind of backs up one of my ideas as well, because I've said all along that if there's a multitude of nefarious reasons for so many of the COVID vaccines to have been pumped into people, one of the views I've held for quite a long time, it's not my only thought on it. I'll fuck with all the thoughts, to be perfectly honest. It was just for money. It was population reduction. You know, like, I fucking pick your poison, and there is a percentage of me that would go, yeah, okay, well, I see how you got there. But one of my favorites that came together in my own head was that in the fucking way back when we didn't know how hearts and valves and stuff worked out, the only reason we worked out how hearts and valves were was because grave robbers were taking cadavers and taking them into doctors to take apart. As I've said on this show, you can bet your fucking arse there was a few prostitutes and stuff like that were dragged off the streets, strapped down to a table, and had their hearts removed so they could see them in motion. Do you know what I mean? And see how things were going about the business. Are most what's the right word?
This is a long silence.
Like,
for this word.
are most I had it then, Ollie, you fuck. Like one of our most treasured, we'll leave it.
Are you trying to think of a really intelligent word?
Yeah, well, I had it as well, and
I wouldn't have understood it.
That's half of the enjoyment.
Okay.
And so it's like one of our most treasured things is our like adaptation of medicine. Do you know what I mean? Like we have worked out how to fix people, which is pretty fucking incredible. You know, of course you get people saying, oh yeah, you know, it's not as fucking good as like stirring fucking nettles and honey together, and like that'll cure just about anything. And you go, yeah, okay, but you've got paracetamol in your cupboard, haven't you? You've definitely got paracetamol in your cupboard. And if you get a sore bum and it doesn't go away for 3 days, you go to the doctors and see what's going on inside your bum. Everybody does. Yeah. Everybody goes to see a doctor at some point, no matter how much you distrust the medical institution. I distrust the medical institution, for instance, but I still go and see a doctor from now and again. But
I do remember seeing something to do with a cure for cancer through something they'd found through the COVID vaccines.
Yeah,
and it was something to do with melanoma as well. I remember seeing that years ago.
It's not necessarily just cancer. It's gene therapy. So if you can treat people at the genetic level, I'm probably fucking bastardizing this here, but if you can treat people at the genetic level, you can cure anything. You can cure cancer. You can cure fucking aging at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I don't care who you are, you get cancer, and they say I can cure it with. There's a good chance this vaccine will cure it. You're gonna take it.
Of course you are. Of course
you're gonna take it.
Because you've got such a roll of the dice anyway, and at the end of the day, you're always going to do. Like, I wonder how many people that think like body cleansers and stuff. We know that there was that famous influencer, wasn't there, that died, or did somebody die because she said she treated cancer with coffee enemas and people were following her advice. And it's like, here's the thing. If you think you're going to get rid of bowel cancer, don't just stick coffee up your ass. Maybe you need more than just coffee. But we live in a... Right, I know this sounds fucking wild saying it on a conspiracy podcast, but I like to think that in amongst the fucking out there craziness we talk about, that there is a moral obligation to at least have some sort of grounding within reality of the stuff we talk about. I don't think we talk about stuff that, and I certainly don't think we talk about stuff where we think it would actually harm people if they took like our idiot advice, for instance.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I think we're good for that. But sorry, just quickly, what I want to say about the COVID vaccine was one of the things one of the theories I hold sort of quite close to me right these days is that the idea of getting it in everybody was because they wanted to test it. Because they know, the elites know, they don't want to die. They've spent fucking billions on themselves trying to lengthen their lives out. We can go into why that is. Are they scared of what they're going to get on the other side? Are they trying to play God? Do they want to be God? Do they want to... Because, I mean, realistically, if you take the idea of like a global cataclysm by a creator out, let's just say he can't do that. Do you know what I mean? He's made the snow globe. He can't rattle it. Then if you could stop the aging process, that's such a big play as a spit in the eye at God, isn't it? At that point, so no, we're going fucking nowhere, you fuck. You might have built us, but we're staying where we are. And that's what I think the COVID vaccine was for. Was to test it. Get it in as many people as possible so they could turbocharge this. Someone's come up with this and they've gone, we need this and we need it fucking immediately. How do we do it? Mass human testing on a scale the world has never seen.
That would make sense. It would. I mean, I do feel bad for saying this because I've had some personal things when it comes to cancer around me, but I don't think they want to cure it.
Maybe not for us.
Maybe for like I'm going to bring a little clip up here. Here we go.
Cure for cancer, because then the pharmaceutical we'll never find a cure for cancer because then the pharmaceutical companies won't make money. Doctors can't make money because it's the treatment of cancer and the side effects of cancer where doctors earn money. Flaws in that argument is that, obviously, number one, cancer is an entity. It's not one singular disease. It's an umbrella term for hundreds and hundreds of completely different diseases. The biology of breast cancer is completely different to the biology of liver cancer, to muscle-invasive bladder cancer, to penile cancer. Now, there are newer technologies coming in, immunotherapy, which can target specific proteins on cancers. It's CAR T therapy, where you can train your T cells to fight cancer and identify cancer, and then infuse them back into your body, and that's actually cured leukemia and lymphoma in some patients. There is no conspiracy from a medical side of things that we don't want to find that cure. We do.
Can't do that. That was wild.
Shit, that was loud.
It was.
So he said that there's no money in cancer. Then right at the end there, he says, "Oh, we want to cure cancer." Like, I really don't think I don't think the big pharma wants to cure cancer. And maybe that cure, if it is there, it is going to be there for the elites, and it is going to cost fucking $450,000 for that vaccine if it works.
See, what you'd want is if you were big pharma, and again, thankfully I've got very little experience, and I've touched all the wood around here with cancer. But my grandmother and grandfather died of cancer, but I was so young when I was that age, and apart from that, hasn't really brushed past me too much. But what they would want to do is not cure it, but AIDS and HIV, the big pharma must fucking love HIV now. Because it's a treatable disease that you have people on lifetime medication.
Lifetime medication, yeah.
And you can keep those people going for fucking ages on lifetime medication.
Well, the medication that I took when I got myocarditis, I didn't listen to the doctor properly. The instructions weren't written out properly either.
Are you sure?
I took the medication, right? Oh, maybe she saved me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I get a phone call about 3 months later from my GPs saying, "This medicine, you haven't got any. You've not renewed any subscription." And I said, "Well, I never knew I had to." She says, "Yeah, you got to take this for life." And then I said, "Well, don't renew it now. Just come in for some tests." They did some tests. It says, "Yeah, you're clear, Malcolm. Totally clear. Your heart looks great. Don't bother taking it because if you start taking it, we have to monitor your kidneys every, I think it's something like 6 months for being on this lifetime medication."
Wow.
I think it's called Ramapril. I can't remember, something like that. But yeah, which I've heard that has some. It's quite. A friend of mine had the same medication. His dad, sorry, and that he's great from being on this medication. But I think probably some medications to fucking do work. I don't think they're all bad.
No, they have
I don't think. No, I think the majority are there to work. But there's something I just don't trust about this.
I mean,
it's the polka dots, Lee.
It is the polka dots. I tell you what, though, the mRNA technology is going to have some fucking facelift in order to be widely accepted and not ooh.
I don't know, Lee, because you get given.
Oh,
you've got the big C.
I think cancer might just be the facelift it needs. Do you know what I mean?
Because if they said that, if I got told that, and they say, "Listen, we've got this vaccine, and we think it can cure it. It's curing 50% of the patients." what do? You know, I'll take my chance with the cancer. You know, I'll shove the coffee up my ass. It's a hard one. It really is, but
I don't think it is, to be honest.
What do you mean?
If you've got really aggressive cancer and your prognosis is not great anyway, fuck it, why wouldn't you? Because you're stubborn. You wouldn't take the experiment because you're stubborn. That would make no sense.
But also, they kind of tell us what what they're gonna do. They really like in the movies, and then when I see that in real life, it's like, are you telling me that there's gonna be a fucking zombie apocalypse with fucking athlete zombies?
I really hope not. It's my worst. It's like it is. I mean,
zombies.
Yeah, I think it's my worst apocalypse. Tsunami would be pretty grim. Like,
well, you wouldn't really know about a tsunami, would you? Get hit.
Yeah, but you'd have to wait for it to hit you. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's better than waiting to be eaten.
No, because you kind of got a chance, though, haven't you, with zombies? You can get you can be smarter. You can fucking lock yourself in a room and think, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking hang out here for a bit. See, it's like, I mean, if you, I think the best place to be for a zombie apocalypse would be like what you call it, like a block of flats or something like that. Because yeah, okay, you're gonna have some other people roam around that might turn into zombies.
I thought of this, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, but essentially, if you could just handle like the 7 or 8 zombies that are in your building, you've got a castle then after that.
What if they're not zombies though? What if something happens in the future and I don't know, there is a big contagion and it's not people turning into zombies as we know it. It's people turning into something, but they don't lose their intelligence. They become more intelligent. They become faster. They just become a lot more fucking angry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's more 28 days later, isn't it?
Yeah, they have. Well, no, because they're not intelligent. They're just
no, but they
nutters.
Get hyper aggressive.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's more likely to be the case of a zombie apocalypse, like a real fucking bad rabies that humans get, and they just go fuck. Everybody goes nuts.
I always thought watching 28 Days Later, it was like they didn't turn them into zombies at all. It's just the entire of the UK became Glaswegians.
I've recently just watched both of them because I want to see the 28 Years Later.
Yeah, you can't stream the other one, can you, anymore? The first one?
Yes, you can. Mate,
you've got to find scruffy streaming sites, though.
No, you don't. No. You have to sell your soul to watch it.
Do?
It's on the BBC.
Oh, they can suck my cock.
Yeah, it's on the BBC.
I'm too old for the BBC.
So if you got BBC iPlayer, you can fucking watch it.
So it must be like America. It's not available in. That's why I'm thinking that. That's why all the Americans are saying they can't watch it, is because it's on a BBC streaming site.
Yeah, it's on a BBC streaming site. Yeah, you can watch it on there. Well, that's fucking pretty wild. Have you heard about fucking what the UK's just while we're on the subject of the BBC, what the UK's wanting YouTube and places like that to comply with
for age verification?
No, but they're wanting to push the BBC on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. See, this is the thing, right? I don't understand where Britain and England in particular feel they have the fucking weight to do this sort of stuff. Why the fuck do Google care what the BBC and fucking England think? We're such a small demographic. We're a medium-sized island. Do you know what I mean? A medium-sized island with an economy that is fucking going to crumble around us if we don't do it. A fucking country which is on its fucking knees at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The highest fucking energy prices anywhere in the fucking world. Like, the place is a shambles. This is not fucking 2001 fucking Rule Britannia, Great Britain. Do you know what I mean? This is not the same place. We do not have the same fucking global clout that we had back then. Why the fuck should they?
It's fucking weird. Yeah, I think the country's going to fucking pot, mate. But maybe a zombie apocalypse is what we need. You know, just kind of make way for the new. That maybe that is what humanity might need. See who the fucking the strong versus the weak. See who the ones that'll sell the friends out quickly. One thing I know, I watched Walking Dead recently. It gets shit, but one of the big things with that, it's not the zombies, it's the people, and the fact that people just turn on each other, and I think that's what would fucking happen. I don't think it's the zombies that you need to worry about. I think it's humanity you need to worry about.
Yeah.
Because I think people would sell themselves out, sell people out pretty quickly.
I think you're probably right.
But yeah, I don't know, mate. That video really put the willies up me today. It really did. Like I'm just like, really? And they mentioned COVID in it, and is that what they're up to? Is something gonna happen? Is there something that's just gonna react? And that Indian news channel was talking about the Russian one. They were talking about how AI's helped develop this. What the fuck's AI worked out and put into it?
Well, using it for number crunch, don't you?
Yeah, of course they are.
But
that and to take over the fucking world.
Maybe. I do think that AI is just something that's crammed into stuff at the minute now to impress people. Same like when the iPod first came out, everything had an eye in front of it that could have an eye in front of it.
I think AI is probably, the more and more I use it, I think it's going to be, I don't think it's something that we've to worry about that's going to fucking destroy us. I think it's something we've got to worry about, that if we don't comply with it, you will fucking have nothing.
I don't think it's even that, mate. I think that the more worrying thing about AI, and kind of off topic here, the more worrying thing about AI is like realistically, when you think of people, right? Most people, although most of us do nothing of importance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that your thing isn't of importance, but like your football trophy that you win, or your jiu-jitsu tournament you enter, or your driving license that you get. My driving license was a big thing for me, because I remember getting my driving license. I was really late to learn to drive. I didn't get my driving license until I was like 32.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so
I just couldn't be asked.
No, exactly the same. I had no need to learn how to drive, like no need whatsoever. And then when I was in my early 30s, I wanted to be self-employed. I thought, right, I'm gonna have to do this now. And the funny thing was, I was taking driving lessons when I was 16, and I was also going out, because that was when I started going out to pubs and stuff like that. And when I was doing driving lessons, my instructor turned around to me, because he was a friend of my dad's. He said, "Look, there's nothing wrong with your driving. You're now wasting my time and your money coming for lessons. You need to go and do your theory test, and then we'll put you straight in for your test. You'll be fine." And I turned around to him and said, "No worries, I'll do that today." Like, fucking 16 years later, I rang him up and said, "I'm going to need some refresher course lessons. I've done my theory test." Yeah, so that was weird. But yeah, I remember leaving the driving test center with my license. I was dead excited. I just wanted to ring somebody because I'd done something. I was really, really excited. And then I thought, "You passed your driving test, Lee." Like almost every other fucker on the planet. And I had this feeling of, oh shit, all of the things that you do that you think mean the world don't fucking matter because most people have already done it or are going to do it themselves. Having a child, you think your child is the greatest thing that ever lived. Fucking newsflash, everybody with a child thinks their child is the best child that's ever lived. Apart from maybe Ian Watkinson's mum. But yeah, I think we are so that's what I mean by we're essentially a species of people that do medial tasks. That's what we do. Mm-hmm. Whether it's wherever your job is, whether it's doing something, going somewhere, creating something, it's medial tasks. And as AI gets more complicated, gets more efficient, it's going to be able to do those medial tasks for people. Mm-hmm. So what do people do when they don't have what people do to do? Yeah. That's the danger of AI.
Well, do you think, after you've seen those videos I've just showed you, do you think there's malice in that? Do you think there's a wink there to the elites to say, there you go?
Well, I've just finished doing a bite-sized podcast on simulation theory, Ollie. So I look at that right now as a fucking kink in the simulation. Reusing something to save bandwidth.
I hope that's what it is, you know. I really do, because
the term is I
don't think I'm ready for zombies.
The term is art imitates life. I see no reason why life doesn't imitate art sometimes.
So you don't think that everybody's going to get this cancer vaccine?
Mate, all better fucking off.
Because what can you imagine if?
No, because I'd have to run. I can't run.
No, but can you imagine if, like, I don't know,
We've
5
been
years?
Here, Ollie. I don't want to die with a stitch.
Let's say a couple of years' time. Let's say 2027, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Just a random year.
Just a random year, right?
Just a completely random year, okay. So 2026, possibly 2030.
Beginning of 2027, they say, right, we've had these clinical trials. Everybody who's been taking them, they're all cured from cancer. One of them died from a heart attack, but, you know, hey-ho.
We tested it on 6 mice, it's fine.
We now recommend to stop cancer in its tracks early, that everybody gets vaccinated. Are you
do the
groundwork?
You do the groundwork first, or you go, oh, it's going to cost 40 million. So you go, oh.
No, Lee, it's not going to cost you a penny.
No.
You're getting it for free, mate. What do you do?
Well, I mean, hopefully. Well, hang on. There is an issue with that. There is an issue because they would have to change the technology massively, because that's not what they're suggesting, is it?
Well, we're talking a few years away.
No, but what I mean is it would be a different thing, because what that woman was talking about is people that have got cancer, they will biopsy the cancer, they will make a bespoke vaccine for that particular cancer, and then those people will be vaccinated.
Yeah, they'd have to be an advancement.
So that is a cure, not a preventative. So the idea of vaccinating everybody would be a preventative. So that would have to be a completely different.
Could they not get the preventative from the cure? I don't know.
Well, no, because you wouldn't know what type of cancer you were going to get, would you? It's kind of like why fucking flu vaccines are useless, isn't it? Because they have a guess at what the next flu strain is going to be. So realistically, you're getting vaccinated for an old flu virus. If viruses are fucking real, motherfuckers been watching a lot of people talk about terrain theory these days.
I just think it's quite terrifying. The fact that I should be looking at that and going, "Wow, that's fucking great." And you know what? A few years ago, I would have done.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? It's like Fucking the red pill was the worst of the pills. Cypher had it right.
Yeah. Would you survive a zombie apocalypse?
No, I can't run.
Where would you go?
Stay in my house.
Is it safe?
Right. Would you like to know what I'd do in the event of a zombie apocalypse?
Well, you know what? Let's not dwell on this vaccine 'cause we don't know much about it. But let's go down the zombie apocalypse.
Right.
Say it came from an asteroid.
I'm going to work under the principle that my neighbours don't listen to this podcast. I would go into. So I obviously this might be slightly different. I don't know what houses are like in America, like when you get them all built up. American houses always seem to be detached. It's not the case in the UK. We get lots of attached houses. Yeah, terraces. I would hope there was some melee and noise going on outside. I do think I could probably do it quite quietly if I wanted to do. And I would knock through the living room. I'd go up into my attic because the first thing I'd do is I've got a really awkward attic in my house, which it's quite difficult to get up into it. So that means it's quite difficult to get to if I pull the ladder up. So I'd be pretty safe upstairs. So I'd move most of me up into my attic, and then I would knock a hole in the brickwork through my house into next door without them knowing them. I would then murder them and take their shit. And then I would do the same thing on the other side and take their shit. So then I've got myself a little castle because I've got the two houses either side of me, and that's my terrace. So then all of a sudden
Is this day one?
Yeah, I haven't even waited for the fucking case to happen. This is Wednesday, as in this Wednesday. Is
this the first outbreak? The first, the first word of zombie.
Tommy down the road's had a fucking temperature. That's how far we've got. And this is my precautions. So now I've got thrice the amount of food and water because I've just took two houses. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I wait.
Remind me not to ever be neighbours with you.
Because I'd move all the stuff up into the attics of the three houses, which I've now connected into one massive big attic. I'd have all the food and water upstairs. I would make it so it looked like there was no one up there. So if any raiders or anything came in to try and take my stuff, I'd just be fucking quiet. And I'd wait for shit to sort itself out.
I don't know what to do with that information. I didn't expect that. I'll be honest with you. I thought you were going to say I'll go to the supermarket, barrage it up. I suppose everybody's going to go to the supermarket, though, aren't they?
I'm going to kill some nanas.
Are they old?
One is. They're both older than I am.
Right.
I think I could kick the piss out of all of them if that's where we're getting to here.
Would you eat them? Would you keep would you?
Probably.
If you're going to get rid of somebody, would you go? Might want to eat that later. I'll have to, just in case I've run out of food, or would you just chuck the body out? And
one of my neighbours is Asian, and takeaway would be scarce then.
Yeah.
It's like pre-marinated.
I don't know what I'd do. I think.
I know what you do badly, Ollie.
Well, there is a big abandoned hospital near me. I might go there.
Why is that a good place to go?
Because it just looks like a strong, sturdy building. I'd get in and just barricade it all up.
How many doors does it have? How many windows does it have?
Actually, yeah, that's a bad idea. It's got too many.
Yeah, you need as few windows and doors as possible. The windows and doors you've got, you want to be strong. Modern double glazing is probably the way to go.
I think I'd go to my mum and dad's. That's like on a. You've been there. It's like up on a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I could I could get like my oldest is pretty good with a bow and arrow. I could get him at the bottom of the garden with the bow and arrow, and I could just like wait inside, and just keep
Given
watch.
her line of work, though, there's no way she's not infected.
Who, my mum? Why would she be infected?
Just, she meets a lot of people.
I think I'd eat my dad first as well, because he's not always been nice. He's nice now and again, but he can be grumpy. I think he'd be hard to live with.
I think he'd be tough. He looks to me like a tough cut of meat.
Oh yeah, it'd be like fucking. It'd be like when you get like when you get like one of those chickens that's just you just know that's an old chicken. Yeah. Not much, like the meat's just a bit. Yeah, that's what it would be like. I hope we never get a zombie apocalypse. You're right. It's not a fucking nice thing to think about, but I think the way it would work would be just people going fucking nuts, slowly going insane, like fucking rabies. I think that's how I picture it happening. I don't.
The wild thing is, I don't think there's a huge amount of difference between a zombie apocalypse and just mass civil unrest.
No, you're right.
I think the threat is the same.
Some of these fucking riots that you're seeing, especially the fucking Antifa fucks, is literally, it looks like a fucking zombie apocalypse.
Do you know, I never felt like the...
They'd have trouble biting you, though, because they all wear face masks.
Yeah. Do you know, I never felt like the London riots were properly explained.
Say that again.
I never felt like the London riots were fully, properly explained.
No, they weren't.
That was a wild minute, that. I know the black lad killed, wasn't there? Young black lad, teenager. And then there was fucking huge riots in the UK. And I just remember turning the telly on to watch and going like, this doesn't make sense.
Because they only tell you what they want you to hear.
Yeah. I tell you what,
it's always got a fucking narrative.
It would be interesting to go back and look at the news coverage that the London riots got after the black lad was murdered, and the news coverage that the riots from when those kids were stabbed at the playgroup. It would be interesting to back the BBC news reports of that.
Do you think the BBC is ever going to get exposed for like the mass spread of bullshit that it's done over the years? I mean, there's probably some truth to some stuff they say, but I think a lot of it is being very. I think they're probably responsible for a lot of fucking terror.
I don't remember right. First of all, I've never liked the BBC. Like, for a long time, I haven't liked the BBC, but not for the reasons that most of the time we talk about on this podcast. Most of the times, I stopped liking the BBC when I couldn't understand what the BBC license fee was for. When I started to understand the idea of intellectual property and the protection of your own intellectual property, and the fact that I have to pay for Netflix. If I don't pay for Netflix, it stops. But I have to pay for the TV license, and I can't stop the BBC. It's like if you've got a streaming device which has BBC content on it in the UK, you should have a TV license. If you watch live television, you should have a TV license. And I always hated that. I thought, well, what about people that just want to play video games? Well, what about those? What about people that just want to watch some YouTube? Which is what I've got. I've voided myself from needing a TV license. I wrote to the BBC. There's a section on their website for it. If you're wondering about this, anyone, and you can turn around and say, listen, don't want a TV license, don't watch live television, go fuck yourself. And it was the fact that it was kind of like that U2 album. Do you remember the U2 album that just showed up in your iPod one day?
Yes.
Yeah. And the backlash at that was like, what the fuck? Just run around fucking U2 in my iPod up.
You do know there's probably one person on this planet that's only ever listened to that on his iPod. No other music, just that over it.
I know some people that are fucking like unbelievably passionate U2 fans. I've never understood why. There's a few good songs there, but
the Batman one's great.
Batman one is great. So is Discotheque. But yeah, there's a lot of tripe in there as well. But yeah, it was the same with that album just showing up. I thought, hang on a second, like I don't want it. I don't want the BBC. There should be an easier way to say I want to unsubscribe from this bullshit. But what I was going to get to the point is that even back then, when I didn't like the BBC because I thought it was rough, them having this like fucking almost stealth tax, like state media that we have to pay for. I still trusted it. You know, if I saw a BBC article, I would still think it's the BBC.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And see, the problem is there's a lot of revisionist history. People go, "Oh God, you believed the BBC?" Yeah, because like it was one of the most trusted news sources in the world. I don't think all of the stuff has always been bullshit. I think media, as in mainstream media being bullshit, is a recent phenomena. Not like recent as in the last couple of years, and probably before COVID, it was probably going that way. You know, we'd seen them priming us for like the trans stuff and the BLM stuff and all that sort of stuff. You know, before.
So hang about. You don't think this has gone on
forever? No.
You think this is a new thing from the BBC and from other media
I think it's
outlets?
A new thing from mainstream media. I
disagree there. I think it's probably gone along. I think it's gone on for fucking ever. I think we just don't realize that. We're looking. You're looking, and I'm probably looking at what's been fucking prevalent now in the last 20 years or whatever. But we don't remember what the other stuff was back then.
I do.
You remember the stuff prior to 20 years ago on the BBC?
I remember things being more balanced. I remember the idea that
I don't know how you'd remember that,
because there was the thing of I remember Channel 4 not being woke, for instance.
Oh, Channel 4 great.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean.
Yeah, but I don't think anything was really woke back then.
No, but this is what I mean. I think the control structure that's taken over the media. Because remember, like when you were younger and you heard that Rupert Murdoch was essentially buying up all of the fucking news networks and newspapers and stuff like that. This is where it starts. Was this conglomeration of mainstream media?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I think that's where there's been right, because there was a time where when someone became a journalist, the only difference between being a journalist and being a detective, like, you know, was the detective could arrest people at the end of it. They were essentially doing the same job. They were going out in the day, they were trying to find leads, they were trying to solve crimes, they were trying to find stuff out. I believe that there was a day where that type of journalism was not just an outlier, like we get it now, we get outlier independent journalists. I believe that was the trade.
Mm.
And so you can't have that as the trade whilst something's completely co-opted. I think wokeness, if we're going to blanket this term with the word, like with a word, was probably the beginning of that seeping into media, into news, was the beginning. Because I don't think there's, like, entertainment hasn't always been corrupted by this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we had Aliens. We had like female protagonists in movies without it being like boss bitch against the world. Do you know what I mean? When plot mattered.
Yeah, we had Lara Croft in the computer games.
Where plot mattered over the like political stance of the protagonist.
Yeah.
I think all those things changed at the same time. Media, entertainment, news. I think that swept in. And what happened was that you have a corruption of all these different institutions, where the tribalism of people in camps became more important than the jobs they were doing. And like, look, we championed Trump all the way through the last election. I still 100% believe, regardless of all the negative stuff that's gone on, the lack of the Epstein list and stuff like that, I still believe that the world as a whole, and I'm just looking at the point of like wars and the idea of World War III, I still believe that the world on a whole feels more stable with Donald Trump in charge of the US, like in the West, with him as a leader in the West. I feel it feels like we're further away from that nuke than it did towards the end of the Biden administration. Yeah?
Yes, yeah,
Right.
yeah, I'll give you that.
So the reason I wanted to caveat that is because I just didn't want to be told I had Trump derangement syndrome again. I think you can track the shift to the election of Trump first time round. I think that was the shift.
Mm-hmm.
Because the media frenzy against that man, and like this is for good or bad or whatever it is, what it did was before that you had the left wing politicians, even in the UK, but we're in America. Well, we're not in America, but we're talking about America here, so that makes sense. But you had like Democrats and Republicans holding Democratic and Republican views. Then every few years they got together, they had that fucking population contest to see who runs the fucking world. Awesome. But it was only when Trump got into power that it started to become part of people's identities. It wasn't like, I'm MAGA, I'm a Trump guy through and through. And then on the left you've got, no, he's a fucking Nazi. I'm a liberal through and through, vote blue no matter who. And that's when this shit started to become part of people. Rather than it being a view they hold, it was a view they held inside them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when media fucking got fucked, because that was the point where if you were a left-wing newspaper, you had to go with the left-wing opinion, or your readers didn't buy your shit anymore. Because if you fucking waved from the line, then you were a fucking Nazi.
So how do you explain, like this, like, for example, this is a danger to our democracy, all singing off the same hymn page.
Oh,
because I get what you're saying. When you say that like.
But that's a new thing. That's in the last few years.
So in the last few years, they've been controlled by one entity.
I think so. Yeah. Because right. Take it for instance. This shows you how much media has become like a weird thing. Over in the UK, for instance, Sky News is which I'm not even sure. That might be defunct now, actually, not Sky News. I'm not sure. I know they were going through money troubles. Sky News was a left-wing news channel.
Yep.
Yeah. Sky News is kind of Sky News is closer to CNN, I think, than the BBC. The BBC is an odd thing on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sky's more
Sky News Australia is a completely different kettle of fish.
Exactly. owned by the same fucking parent company. Yet in Australia, Sky News is the right-wing channel. That's Fox News. But in the UK, Sky News is fucking
It's I
CNN.
don't understand that. I don't get it.
So, well, no, because it shouldn't be that way. I don't think you should have left-wing and right-wing news stations. You should have news stations. Yeah. You should have news stations that go and report the news. What news are you going to report? I'm going to report the news. It's not going to be an editorial. I'm not going to tell you what I think. I'm going to go, this is this, and this is this, and you should make your own mind up about it. To be honest, I think that's why AI... Well, I mean, saying that, if AI is balanced and you put the prompt in, so you turn around to it and say, I want a balanced middle ground opinion on this entire subject, AI should be able to present you both sides without the human error rate, which is editorializing.
That's it. That's the weird thing with news channels. How so many of them are either left leaning or right leaning.
Yeah, well, to drag it back to what we started with, like talking about before we start wrapping the show up, you could hear it in that GB News article about the cancer vaccine, because how odd was it hearing someone championing the mRNA vaccine on the news channel, which has been the most critical channel in the UK about the mRNA COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
Whole monologues from like the Scottish guy, the Coast guy have been put down.
I quite like him. That guy with the long hair.
I quite like him as well. But he's had whole half-an-hour monologues talking about Big Pharma, the World Economic Forum, and the COVID vaccine. And now the next thing is Miss Prissy Knickers comes in and said, yeah, but we're going to cure cancer with it. Like, forget about the fucking worries. We're gonna move past that. Gonna put a sexy dress on the mRNA vaccine and tell you it cures cancer.
I hope they do fucking cure cancer. I just don't think they want to. I think
the question would be,
I think they're more likely to want to get something in you.
The question would be, I think we need to look at, and again, hopefully, I just don't know where you go. I think we're fucked either way, like at our age, but for our kids and stuff like that. I mean, to be honest, they might be fucked. It might be their kids that we're doing this for. I think we need to really look into what we put on our bodies.
Oh yeah,
the processing of food. I think there should be an open conversation about cancer rates and why they're going up, and we just accept cancer rates are going up, in the same way as that we've kind of been brainwashed to think that that's probably the way they're all going to go out.
Do you think it was always a thing? Like, do you think?
No, I don't. With absolutely no.
You know, if you go to one of these tribes that still exist that you're not really supposed to go near, and if you go near them, you might get fucking speared. Or if you sneeze, you might kill the entire tribe. Do you think these tribes ever get cancer?
No. Well, wouldn't the hilarious thing with that be is the fact that they don't want to go next to these indigenous tribes, not because we might make them sick, but we might see how healthy their immune systems are.
That's a good point.
Can't have us going over there and going, oh, all these things we die of, and they're looking at us going, no, we just live until our fucking organs fall apart. What are you on about?
Have you see these like news articles going out of like people that's got near them and they've been like killed?
Yeah.
And they all say, yeah,
I think that could be a thing. Let's be honest. I think
it could be,
cannibal
but they also
tribes
say it's illegal to go near them as well because you may kill them.
Yeah.
Or you'll get killed. So you could kill them, or you'll get killed. If you go near them, you'll get arrested.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to know why? I wonder what the about cancer rates is, because we had the fucking 20s and 30s, mate. Everybody smoked. Kids smoked. Doctors doctors advertised cigarettes.
Yeah, they do.
Right. So how did cancer rates rise from that point? That should have been the high. The time before, these guys were fucking raw dogging the roughest tobacco through tipless, filterless cigarettes.
I mean, I'm not going to promote this, but maybe when they smoked like the actual leaf that knew they knew what was
when it's
in
not
there.
been bathed in a million chemicals.
Yeah, not being bathed in a million chemicals, and they're just smoking the tobacco leaf. Maybe that tobacco leaf didn't do fuck all to you.
I don't know about the tobacco leaf. I don't know about the smoke. I personally, I think there has to be some sort of negative health effect in breathing smoke in. We know that.
There's definitely a fucking negative health effect of fucking breathing in oils that stick to your fucking lungs.
But I fucking cool your jets for a second. But like you only need to be next to a barbecue. Do you know what I mean? And breathe the smoke in and go, oh, this is not great. This is not great for me. You wake up the next day when people have been smoking around, you go, oh, this is not great either. But however, I do wonder now, especially now that more people are looking into like alternative ways to take nicotine, whether the use of nicotine and the medicinal purposes, especially as like something to like as a psychoactive, you know, to try, not psychoactive. What's the right word for it?
I don't know.
A brain booster. The way it can help cognitive function, it can help people like focus on things when they need to do it, when they need to get work done and stuff like that. It feels to me from like 100 miles away, looking at everything with very little knowledge, that was demonized with smoking because there was effects, positive effects that that certain industries didn't want us to fucking have.
Well, I told you that I had a couple of I say a couple. I bought a pack of cigarettes when I went to the caravan, and I was having a pint at the bar, and I went outside. I had a cigarette, and the bartender came out, and he was having a cigarette. I got chatting with him, and I said I don't normally smoke. I said I'm on holiday, and if I have a few beers, I like to have a cigarette. Mm-hmm. And he mentioned his son that's got autism, and said,
"Oh, you told me this."
Yeah, he said he's given his son these nicotine patches. He's only young, but he says it's helped his functionality, the way he moves. He stopped because he said he had like these judders of movement, and he said it's just calmed him down. You know, he moves a lot more fluidly. He can focus on things a lot better. So, I remember him also say. I remember seeing some news articles as well. I say independent news, not from the media, about nicotine doing something to kill the COVID virus as well. You know, if you're a smoker, you were less likely for that to affect you.
See that again? That I'm more and more I've drifted.
You're a flip flop, aren't you?
No, more and more I've drifted this way. Where I just don't think COVID was a virus. I don't believe it.
Maybe not.
I think people died. I think people died of lots of things in those days, in that time. I think a lot of them were racked up with COVID when they weren't known about it. I'd also like to know,
what's the opposite of a placebo?
Nocebo.
Yeah, maybe people died of a nocebo.
I think some people were literally scared to death. Anyone like I've had like the over the course of my life, I went through a small. I don't know. I don't want to say like depression, because everyone says depression, but about a wobble, and it ended up in me having like reasonably severe anxiety attacks for a good 2 years. Anxiety can make you feel fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like something's really medically wrong with you. You stick a reason for why you're feeling like that as well on top of that. Like, fuck me. I 100% believe people can be scared to death by the media. 100% believe that the media response to COVID literally killed people. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Maybe whoever organised all this thing, they knew that.
I think people dying. Don't get me wrong. I think the spikes, the spikes in COVID cases and hospitalizations and deaths during vaccination and after vaccination periods, I think is pretty fucking undeniable when you look at it.
Yeah, all roads lead to COVID.
I would be terrified if there was like you say about this anti-cancer thing. I would be terrified of a mass vaccination program now that just came out, like the COVID one. Like, be like, what the fuck are we doing this time?
I think anybody would.
I would hope
anybody in the right
would.
mind would, should I say?
Yeah.
But I do think there'll just be these people who just haven't learned, you know.
I saw 2 people in masks today.
I saw someone in their car wearing a face mask. Only them in the car, Lee.
See, the only time I will fucking give a pass to those people is when I notice that they've got a health worker's uniform on. Because I always go in my head, right, maybe you're doing rounds, maybe you're going to old folks' homes, and it's part of the thing, part of like we've done it. Do you know what I mean? People were wearing masks going in and out of old people's places before COVID, so that's fine. And maybe you're just in the situation where you jumped in your car, you forget about it because it's already on your face, and you go driving off. But yeah, the masking car thing was fucking like soul destroying. That I remember towards the end of it when things were just kind of getting back to normal, and now and again you'd see one motherfucker driving around in his fucking Vauxhall with a mask on. They'd be like, "You're the cunt that if this shit goes down again, I'm gonna have to stay in my house because of fucking morons like you."
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think it's the same people that you see that are like some of these people that go to these fucking riots and they're fucking calling people Nazis.
It's wild, isn't it? The anti-authoritarians that will appeal to authority at any fucking second. Like, I'm so anti-authoritarian, govern me harder.
Yeah. It's just done a complete fucking U-turn. I don't know. It's fucked, Lee. It
is fucked, Ollie. But what else is fucked is this podcast. So I think it's time we fucking beach this bitch. If you listen to this show, chances are you know people that want to listen to it as well. So please share it on your social medias. It means the world to us, and other people will listen to it as well. If you check the links out in the description, you'll find the British Podcast Awards. I heard today, I read one of our faithful listeners has 4 different email addresses, and word on the street is he might have voted for us 4 times.
Sexy bastard.
I know. He's getting a dick pic.
Whose dick though?
I'm just going to take a screenshot of your face.
Thanks.
So you can go vote for us in the Great British Podcast Awards. I really think we could do some damage in that. It'd be great if we won it, like, because It would just be hilarious, wouldn't it? The idea of me and fucking Fancy Hands over here having to do a speech.
Did we get to do a speech?
Yeah, we'd have to go it's in like the fucking somewhere in London, like the presentation.
Oh, don't fucking don't vote for us. I'm not going to fucking London.
Yeah, we'll be in suits, mate.
Yeah, I'm fucking wearing a really cheap suit.
No,
fucking scuffs on my shoes, and I ain't putting a fucking watch on.
We're going
no jewelry.
We're going in full media outfits. We're going in full new media outfits. We're going in tight blue turned up jeans, brown shoes, Daily Conspiracy Podcast t-shirts, blue blazers, and we'll get fancy haircuts and tinted glasses. Oh, and Converse trainers.
What sort of fancy haircut are we going to get?
Just some fancy.
We could both shave our heads.
That's fancy. I'd probably shave my head for it.
Yeah. I'll shave my balls for it.
Wax my nipples. Yeah, so you can go vote for us on that, and then you might get to experience everything we just created in our heads. If you want to become a patron, it's $5.99. If you sign up on the advert, if you sign up on apps on your phone or on your iPhone, like mileage varies between what different stores will charge. But we have set the price at $5.99. Whatever happens outside of there is out of our control. You get all the episodes on the podcast ad free. If you are listening to this on the free feed and you haven't got your feed for the patron, I should have said this at the beginning of the show, really.
We'll say it tomorrow at the beginning of the show.
Say it at the beginning, yeah. The feed had to be reset. Like, don't know what happened. It was a whole palaver. It wrecked my life yesterday. So you might have to go back onto Patreon and resubscribe to the ad-free feed on Spotify. But it should just be Spotify. Everything else should be the same, I think. But yeah, just if the feed's gone that you normally listen to the podcast on, and you've had to go back with the free feed losers and listen to the adverts, just resubmit it. Just do whatever you did to get them in the last time, and it'll happen again. Yeah, you'll get all the adverts, all the adverts podcast free. That's not a good deal. You'll get
fucking shitloads of adverts. Podcast.
You'll get all our podcasts ad free. We do a monthly hangout, which we did last weekend, which was really good fun, where we invite you guys to come on the show. It's just a little hangout. It's good. I enjoy it. It means you guys get to know us properly rather than just listen to us.
And the bite-sized podcasts, which are out now.
I'm on it, Ollie. I'm on it. And if you go into Patreon right now, you will find the newest Daily Conspiracy podcast, bite-sized conspiracies. We've done 2. One is on the Skinny Bob video. One is on the Adam and Eve like global like fucking crustal displacement thing. I think they're really good. I'm really proud of them. I think you'll enjoy them. We're planning on doing 2 of those a month. So the ones that are on the Patreon right now won't be out until next month for everybody else to listen to. And then next month, when everyone else gets those through the month, the patrons will get 2 new ones and the cycle will begin again. Other than that, I think, have I covered everything? Feels like it.
I think so.
Say something, Ollie.
Something.
I'm not going to cut you off, I promise.
You are.
I'm not going to cut you off, Ollie. I genuinely...
You are going to cut me off.
No. We're here. It's fucking Monday. Like, new week, new Lee.
Okay, then. Well...
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Why are you a conspiracy theorist? And I said, why isn't everybody a goddamn conspiracy theorist?
This is the real research. Literally have an alien base, and they are literally communicating.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Have you personally had any experience with interdimensional beings?
What we're thinking of as aliens, they have infiltrated a lot of aspects of military establishment. And they are not what they claimed to be.
We leave you much that is undone.
That's one small step for man.
There are great ideas undiscovered.
Visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars.
Remove one of truth's protective layers.
There's a monolith.
They want the major population centers wiped out.
Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
One giant leap for mankind.
Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
Those challenges are yours.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
There are places to go beyond belief. Beyond belief.